Good, how are you? I look so tired. All the makeup, my eyes are like bloodshot. I've got to remember to go get bloody, what's it called? Eye drops. So, I actually thought I had a decent sleep. Like I was so tired last night after the shoot. I went to bed about 9 and then only woke up once to go to the bathroom and then woke up at 4:15. I thought that was a pretty solid sleep. But then my Aura ring still said that my deep sleep was like less than an hour, which I'm pretty pissed off about. But I woke up 500 grams heavier than yesterday and I was actually 100 grams less than the day before. So I've essentially woken up, I wanted to be 56.5 kilos. And so I've essentially woken up at 56.6 after the the 3,000 calories yesterday and the consecutive high days. So it always blows my mind. Like I've been starving myself to get to this point, then you go way too low, then you go fill back up. But the amount of food I have to eat to fill back up, it's just crazy. So I'm hoping that today, like tomorrow, I wake up and everything's like stable. Still got lines in my legs. I'm like, I need to be full, but I still need my lines. I've got to have my lines. So we'll go up and see how it's all looking. Trying to practice as much in front of people as I can. Otherwise I just get so nervous. I just want to be like, this is it, this is it.
Comparisons to anybody?
No, I've barely seen anyone.
I'll do one.
All right.
I'll beat ya.
Who wants it more? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a treat. We have two world champions here in the house. One in her jumper. One in her bikini. Ladies, please face front. And let's have you do a quarter turn to the right. Quarter turn to the right. Australia, what do you think? Ladies, half turn facing the back. And half turn facing the front. Thank you very much, ladies. I know you could go all day, but you may not file on stage.
I'm like, I feel like a sense of pride with the fitness girls. I'm like, I know we're all coming in like, honestly, like at our best.
I'm really knowing each other.
Yeah. So I want to get like a big
I felt like I didn't know anyone.
photo with all the girls. Every morning or every day that Coben walks with me, I say, what are you grateful for? And I found myself, being like, oh, I'm grateful for these things. But then I asked myself, what am I taking for granted?
Yeah.
And that question was like one of the catalysts for going, hold on, you're taking so much, there's so much that you're taking for granted right now. And it was time, and it was, the choice to do this, and there was like a number of things, and it was like asking what I was grateful for wasn't the right question to ask myself in that moment. It was, what am I taking for granted? And when I asked Coben that, he did the same thing. The next day, it's like, he got into the water every single day because he was like, I live around the beach, I don't jump in the water. And so it was like the perfect reframe for both of us to go, hold on, there's so many things that we're just like on this Ferris wheel. Wake up, do this thing, go to work. Well, it's like, hold on, we're in control of how we run our businesses, right? Ultimately how we run our lives. Yeah. And yet we're not making that many conscious choices. And I realized I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
Like, time is the most precious commodity, right? It's like, hold on, I'm not making the best use of this. And so it was like, the reframing is everything. The meaning we give things is what we experience. I'm glad he pulled my carbs down. I was like, 300, I think that's going to push me over the edge. I think 225 is like a moderate dose because we can always top up tomorrow morning. So I'm glad he did that. The nature of this sport is, so volatile, and it's so subjective, and I might not be what they want on the day, and that's also something I have to have an expectation on, because I've also learned not to have an expectation. And it's almost every day that I post something and people write the sweetest things, I can't be like, it's like you say thank you, but that the truth is all these things don't really mean anything. The only thing that really means the outcome is the 6 people that decide if you're the best that day. And it's almost like damaging for people to just be told you're amazing versus, wow, you're working really hard. And that's how we reward people, is the work that they do versus the outcome. So I know I've worked really hard, and I can own all of that. And then of course, whatever happens on show days, what will be, I guess. So it's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking, because I can't say I won't be upset if I don't win. Of course I will, but I will also be very, very happy, and to the person that won, I'm like, fuck yeah, you worked hard. Like, like I can still appreciate the people that may have come before me, beat me or whatever. So, but I still will have parts of me that will be upset, so it's funny, because when people are scared to say that they want to win, I'm like, don't give me that shit. Just fucking own that you want to win. I want to win. What do you think I'm doing this for? But there's also so many great things that come along the way, like how how you find out how resilient you are, and how much discipline you have, and also when I look at my physique like this, I'm just like, I did this. That was from the repeated actions that I've taken for fucking 10 years, to be able to create this thing. And that in itself is just like, blows me away every time. And it's so cool to be able to wake up and be like, fuck, look at this, a new line, a new vein, a new shape. And then, even, as I've fed into the show, it's like, man, how much food I can handle and still, stay, pretty damn crisp. So it's all really cool pieces to the puzzle. That's what I was talking about before. You can have all the ingredients. You can have the training, you can have the nutrition, you can have the sleep, you can have a great coach. But unless everything's measured, it's not managed. Like, everyone kind of knows how to make a cake, but if you don't do the measurements, you're not going to get the cake you want. You're going to get a version of the cake. Versus, you want to build your body, you want to be the best in the world, you want your physique to look a certain way, then regardless if you have those things, it has to be measured. It has to be measured so it can be managed, right? That's how you know what the cake's going to look like at the end. Versus going, oh yeah, I train and I track my nutrition sometimes. It's like, you're going to get a version of the cake that you're probably not very happy with, because you know that you could do better, right? We always feel happiness when we know we're working on something. Purpose comes from doing something with intention that means something to you, right? So the thing I love about comp prep is there's so much purpose. Like, from the moment I wake up, to my walk, to the breakfast, to the posing, to the fine tuning of the details, the micromanaging, there's purpose in all of that. I feel a sense of happiness because I'm doing something that is with intent, so much intent, and that it has an outcome on the end. Hopefully it's the outcome I want on show day, but even if not, like I said, I've built a fucking great cake.